Well, hello there, YouTube. It's hauling ass along. Turned my remote on and realized I had the cap on my lens there. Kind of got fumbled around. I was going to turn you on a few seconds ago. Yeah, if you read some of these, you see that bee bounce off of my screen there? But if you see the little sign that says no trespassing, if you're not authorized, you can't enter. But obviously that's their office, so I know where I need to go to talk to them to see about taking a tour. Now with these days getting shorter like they are, man, I don't know what it is, somewhere around 7 or something. Turn my scene on here in case my wife calls me or something. These days are getting short. I think it's like 7 o'clock. I got a thing under here, but I can never read the damn thing. Polarized glasses, man, do the best job of, you know, showing you. You ever get to where you can't tell if there's a dip in the road, or especially if you play around in snow or sand, you'll know, you know very well the benefit of polarized glasses. Yeah, it just shows way more detail in things. It does a better job of blocking light, sunlight, bright light. But it also, if you're like me and you need glasses to read things up close, it really messes with your already bad eyesight in the worst way. Anyway, I was kind of tossed and turning. I rode the Spider to work yesterday and took the Iron for a ride, and I was testing out an AirHawk, one of those seat pad things. It's actually an AirHawk DS, an AirHawk Dual Sport, but it's too big for the seat. It wraps around too much. It must be, you know, Dual Sports like Versus and stuff like that. It's a 12.5 by 12.5, and it fits perfect on the Iron. But I need to play around with that thing. I started off, you know, I was sitting there in the garage, and of course I can't, you know, put both feet on the peg and have the bike upright at the same time. I guess I could have put it on a stand, but anyway, I just put some initial air in there, tongue-tied, and when I took off I had too much. You know, when you accelerate, the air would shift to other pockets, and when you decel, you roll forward, you know. It wasn't much, enough that I can feel movement, and the little air modules or whatever, I could actually feel them. They were actually creating pressure points, and it was quite uncomfortable. And I kept going down until it's damn near flat, and seems to be comfortable. I don't know if, I have no idea. I was just in a weird mood when I got home yesterday, and the vlog was weird. I went out for just a test ride to check out the seat pad, and turned the camera on as I was going along and kind of babbled about nothing. So my co-worker and friend that passed away, I figured I need to tell this because mostly you guys will watch me because you're motorcyclists yourself or about to become motorcyclists. But I got some of the details of what had happened. He wasn't working for Pro Caliber anymore. He was working at I think a nursing home or something like that. I haven't talked to him since he was doing that job, but I've spoke with a couple of people that bumped into him in grocery stores, Walmart type of thing, and said he was really enjoying it. This was very relaxing, which I can imagine it probably would be. Man, imagine the total lack of stress in a job like that. And he was kind of a repairman type of thing, you know. He's one of those guys, like all of us motorcyclists. You're a tinkerer with everything. Anything from computers to the cupboards in your kitchen, you know. But anyway, he was enjoying it, and I guess he looked good, and seemed healthy and whatnot, and happy. And anyway, he was working there, and he had been riding his motorcycle back and forth to work. He had this CB750K, it was a K model, that he had a bunch of CB750F model parts on. It was a 1976 model. He loved that old gal. You know, certain bikes just have a personality that just talk to you. And that one talked to him. God, him and his wife used to go to the beach all over Hell's Half Acres on that thing. I know he really enjoyed it. But he was riding that home. And hey, this is the road that was recently tarred and gravel. They've actually come out here and painted the stripes already. So it's safe to ride on. This is the one I've been avoiding here for quite a while. Anyway, he was riding home, had a co-worker following him. He was gonna, I think he's gonna work on the brakes. I'm not sure if it was an automobile or a truck. So he was following Sam to his house to do some brake work on his car, truck, whatever. And he got stung by a bee while riding his motorcycle. And I don't know if you know, it's been hotter than hell around here, really hot. So I don't know if he had an allergic reaction, which I'm thinking they're saying they don't think he did. I think it might have just been the shock and pain of the bee sting, but his buddy went in to grab a couple of cold beers, comes back out. You know, he was asking Sam if he's okay, because he was kind of, I guess he was leaning against the car as he was walking through the shop, and ran in to get a couple of beers, comes out, and he was down in front of, I don't know if it's his friend's car or just one of Sam's cars in the shop, but he tried to, you know, get him to come to, and found out, you know, he wasn't, you know, wasn't breathing, or his heart wasn't beating, whatever. So he started CPR, and it was just Sam and him at his house, from what I understand. His wife and, I don't know if his daughter, I don't know if any of his sons still live at home or not, but anyway, everybody was gone except for Sam and his co-worker. And I guess his co-worker did CPR on him. I guess what I hear, it took 20 to 25 minutes before the EMTs got there. I don't know the details of why that was that, but apparently it wasn't moving enough oxygen and blood through his system, and his brainstem deteriorated. And by the time they shocked him back to life, and I think they got his heart and stuff going, the blood was flowing to his brainstem, but it wasn't flowing through his brain. And he had 3 deer right there. Yeah, there was no brain activity, and they made the decision to pull the plug on him. How come every time I drive this DR I ended up in one of these crazy, almost stoppy stops? You gotta watch for blackberries out here, they'll tear you up. So I don't know if, you know, if his heart was in a weakened. I'm not gonna get the DR dirty. Okay, is there a little patch I can ride through the middle of this? Oh, it's rocky anyway. But whatever the deal was with the bee, whether he had an allergic reaction or what, he went into cardiac arrest, and and that's, I guess, the official cause of his death. Man, and what's funny is just days before that, I thought something hit my GoPro, and it whacked and hit right where my GoPro is, and I felt something wet hit my neck. The thing actually looks like it goes all the way down there, but I don't want to get stuck with a 300-pound motorcycle out here by myself against the river. Looks like I got some pretty good holes that can whoa, and a stick. But anyway, I kept feeling the wet on my neck. It went through the opening in my coat where I had it unzipped because it was hot, and I felt around, nothing hit my GoPro, so I thought, oh, cool, I'm safe there. So I'm like, what the hell? So I reach into the V of my coat that was open. I reached into my cleavage. No, I reached to my neck, and I had these fingerless gloves on. And I'm like, shit, there's a goddamn bug still in there. So I come pulling out with the bug, and in my fingers is a very much so alive yellow jacket. And he's like, I've got him by the back, like the back of the wings or whatever, and he's all curled over just trying to sting away, and I'm like, bah! So I threw the thing away and out of the way, and shit, that damn bee was alive. He's rolling around in my neck. I don't know how I didn't get stung in the neck or in the hand once I picked him up. But, you know, you hear of people, you know, not being allergic to bees, you know, all their life. Then all of a sudden they get a bee sting, and surprise, you're allergic now. So I don't know if that happened to Sam or what. But, man, if, I don't know, do you go to the doctor and they can do a test to see if you're allergic to bees? What's the skinny on that? That would be horrible to be out goofing around and get stung by a bee, and I don't know what do they call it. I know you go into some kind of shock or something, it can kill you. Man, I would hate to think that he was out riding that damn motorcycle that he loved so much and got stung by a bee. Well, whatever it was, the bee initiated the situation. You know, maybe his ticker was in a way that, you know, the least little thing would have set that off. I don't know. That's just crazy, you know. You're happy-go-lucky and just the damnedest thing, and your number's up. Man, I keep saying this, but it's amazing how fragile we are. It just doesn't take anything to take us out. So anyway, that's what happened to good old Sam. Man, 56 years old. I just can't get over that. I still think of my father passing away, you know, a month before his birthday, and his 71st birthday, and I just think, what a crime. Look at the gal running her horse out here. I can't get over, you know, my father passing away at basically 71. I'm just thinking that is just, wait, something, I don't know if that's a bug hitting me or I got my strap coming up, something just keeps going whack. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. But even 71 is too young to die. And this, oh, that is bugs. It was not bees. But 56. Man, depending on your age, that may sound old, but that's really not that old. You know, if you haven't taken good care of yourself, that could be quite old, but know, most people are pretty spry and still doing a lot of stuff at that age. I know plenty of motorcyclists that rode well into their 80s. I know, in fact, there's one I know of now that is a wild man. That guy does not drive slow. It's awesome. You know, I hope I'm that healthy and witty and can still ride at that age. But man, at 56, that's not old enough to be leaving. I mean, hell, your family's still young. That is some moving ass water, isn't it? These goddamn glasses. Yeah, 16 minutes. I need to bounce. So anyway, there's what kind of what my vlog was about yesterday that I don't think I'll probably do anything with. And I've been sitting on the thing about what happened to Sam, and I didn't know if I wanted to. Oh shit, I thought that dog was coming out that fence at me. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about that or not, but I figured, you know, a lot of you guys expressed a lot of sympathies and sentiments and whatnot. That was way cool. So I figured you guys need to know what happened. So, as the sun is creeping behind, it's not down, but it's getting covered up by a cloud, I'm gonna bounce out of here. Appreciate you guys coming along for a goof off, listening to my goofy stories. Until next time, if I don't kill this chicken in the middle of the road, you guys have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. You're a brave one too, aren't you? Anyway, we'll see ya. Take care now. Bye-bye.